Hello, hello, hello. It is time for lunchtime chatter. It is time for lunchtime chatter. Hey, Rose, how are you? Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. It is time for lunchtime chatter. It is time for lunchtime chatter. Thank you guys for coming on in. I am Terrell Ebony. I am your life and business strategist. Today is Monday. Are you guys excited? Today is Monday. I know that I'm excited. I had an awesome weekend and it is time to just jumpstart into this week. There is a lot going on. I know that I have a lot to do. I'm sure you guys do too. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the hearts. Guys, share this out. It is time for lunchtime chatter. And today we are talking about the fact that there is nothing wrong with being you. There is nothing wrong with being you. As you guys come into Facebook, as you come into Periscope, share this out, invite your followers. We are going to have a good time. I have some great things planned for you guys this week. I hope that you've had a good week. Hey, SM Gents, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Please share this out, invite your followers. We are growing, and I am excited about that. When I first started back in Periscope, let me tell you, I was like, oh my goodness, I had like 2 followers. But we are growing and I'm excited about it. I am excited about it. So I am here with you guys, lunchtime chatter, for a half an hour, and we're going to be talking today about there's nothing wrong with being you. Okay, there is nothing wrong with being you. All too often, we find ourselves in a copycat world where we're trying to be like other people. We're trying to live up to the Joneses or be like the Joneses. But there's nothing wrong with being yourself. Just be yourself, right? There is absolutely nothing wrong with being yourself. I have been a product of that. Hey, Tamika, thanks for joining, hon. I have been a product of that for so long, and been around people who are just being copycats, especially in business, where we're constantly on social media and we're looking at what everybody else is doing. And we're like, well, we can do that, or I can do this. And we try to do it, but we don't try to put our own spin on it. We try to do it just like the way that someone else is doing it. And that's not cool. Even if nothing is the same. Okay. So everything is being duplicated across all broad spectrums. Everything is being duplicated. Nothing is the same. However, you make it different. You make it unique by putting your own spin on it, right? So that is what I'm going to be talking to you about today. So thank you guys for joining once again. My name is Terrell Ebony, your life and business strategist, CEO of Find Your Purpose, executive director and founder of the Misunderstood Youth Development Center, national speaker, author, and co-author. And today we are talking about there's nothing wrong with being authentically you. So that is the first thing that I want to tell you guys. Make sure that you are being yourself. Be authentic to who you are. Even if it's something that you feel like you want to do, and it's something similar to what someone else is doing it, be authentic. Put your spirit into it. So put your personality, put your character into it. Make it your own. Make that thing your own. So even if the components are similar to someone else's, they'll be, they can't come and say, well, you know what? She done stole everything down to the color. She stole everything down to the color. No, be like, you know what? It's similar to what it's similar to what someone else is doing, but I'm going to make it different because I'm going to add a little extra spice into it. If we're baking a cake and I have the ingredients, I'm going to add a different kind of spice to it. So this way it tastes a little different. It doesn't taste the exact same as someone else's. Okay. We want to make sure that we are doing things a little bit differently and show that our uniqueness is in there. Hey, Latanya, how are you this morning, honey? We want to make sure that we are being authentic to who we are. We're putting our personalities into it. For those of us who are in business, many of us are coaches. We want to make sure that when we are speaking to our audience that they get for me, I want to make sure that you get the Terrell Ebony experience, right? So down to how I look, down to how I sound, down to, your hand gestures. Put it in your own context. So you might be taking something that someone else said, because let's face it, a lot of us talk about the same topics, but we put our different spins on it. Yes, brand swag, okay? You got to put your own spin on things. You can't sound identical to someone else, because then you're a fraud, okay? And we don't want you to be a fraud. We want you to be a producer in your own right. So I want you to be able to hold your head up high and say that you are your own brand, okay? That you are doing it in your own right. Again, nothing is going to be different. Okay, there's a lot of people, this water bottle right here, there's a lot of people who are making this water bottle, but guess what? There's something a little bit different about this one. It's pink, it has this little white thing on it, it has these little ridges. So Rubbermaid, they said, you know what, this is going to be my spin, and this is how I'm going to make it a little bit more unique. It has like a little Coca-Cola hourglass shape to it, so they made it their own. They were unique about it. They didn't, they didn't say, well, you know what, I'm going to make it identical to the next brand. So how can you stand out in this copycat world? How can you stand out in this copycat world? We need to make it our own. Yes, rock your brand CEO. I like that, Tanya. I like that. So that is the first thing that I wanted to just share with you guys today, as far as, there's nothing wrong with being you. I think that being you says a lot about your confidence. It says a lot about your self-esteem. It says a lot about who you are as an individual, that you don't necessarily have to take what other people are doing and copycat, right? The other thing that I want to say to you guys is be confident in reinventing yourself. Hey, Minister Belkis, thanks for joining. Be confident in reinventing yourself. Think outside the box. Think about different things. Don't be afraid to be unique. Don't be afraid to be different. Don't be afraid to have people say, oh my goodness, nobody else is doing that. Okay? Because when all this social media started, whoever was the first person to come up with it, Mark Zuckerberg wasn't the first person to come up with social media. We had all kinds of different social media before he came into it, but he came in and he put his own spin on it. The people who have Instagram, they came in and they put their own spin on it. And everybody is doing that so that this way they can be unique and they can say, well, you know what? I have a similar product, but this is how mine is going to stand out. This is how mine is going to be different, and this is why mine is better and why you should get more involved in mine. Right? Yes, MySpace. Yes, I remember MySpace. That was way back in the days, right? But it was that was probably one of the first social media sites out there, a place where everybody can kind of just get together and socialize. But we have Twitter, we have all these different avenues, but they're all different and unique in their own way. So I want you guys to figure out in your brand and in your business, how can you make it different? How can you stand out? What is going to separate you, and why will someone else want to come and purchase your product or get with your service opposed to someone else's? You have to think outside the box. You have to figure out a way to make your product and service unique. If it's not unique, they're gonna be like, well, then why should I buy it? Right? Why should I buy it? You guys, thank you for coming in. Lunchtime chatter. It is 12:30. I'm with you for a half an hour, giving you these golden nuggets. If you have a particular question that you would like for me to answer, for me to talk about, definitely put it into the comment section so that this way we can talk about it, because I want to make sure that I am answering your specific questions and that we are getting to the root of your particular issue. Okay? That's what lunchtime chatter is all about. Yes, I'm coming in giving you guys little nuggets, but I want the nuggets to specifically be according to who you are and your brand and your business. Okay, so whatever the topic is, I want you guys to take that into consideration. Okay, definitely share this out. Swipe and invite on Periscope. Thanks for the hearts. You guys share this out on Facebook, because I'm sure that there's other people that would love to hear this information, that they would benefit from it. I would also ask that you hashtag I am a producer. Hashtag I am a producer. That is so important, because you want people to know that when you hit a goal, when you have that win, you want people to know that you are a producer. So that is our tagline. Okay, that is our tagline. It's not Terrell Ebony's tagline at this point. It is our tagline. So when you hit that milestone, When you hit that goal, regardless of how small, regardless of how big, I want you to hashtag behind it, I am a producer, and let people know that you have this thing on lock. Okay? You have this thing on lock. So I am a producer. I am a unique producer. I am an authentic producer. I am a bold and audacious producer. What kind of producer are you? I am a purpose producer. Everybody knows everything for me has to do with purpose. I am a purpose producer. Hey, Rose, I know you are the confident producer. You are the confidence producer, right? Latanya, you are the book branding producer. You are the book branding producer. Minister Belkis, you are the prayer producer, because you can pray down the house. So I want you guys to own the fact that you are producers. Own the type of producer that you are, and let people know it. Don't be ashamed about it. Be authentic in it. Walk in it. Own it. Lift your head up high. Be confident with it, okay? Because that's who we are. We are producers, and we are proud of it, okay? So the last thing that I am going to tell you guys before we end, because I know you guys got to run, go eat your lunch, is I want you to give them something to talk about, right? As you are being unique, as you are being authentic, if you are thinking outside the box, I want you to think outside the box to the point where you are giving them something to talk about, okay? Because remember, no publicity is bad publicity. Give them something to talk about. Let them know that you are here and that you are here to stay, okay? You're not some fly-by-night. You're not, one-hit wonder. You are here to stay, so you want to give them something to talk about, regardless of what that is, whether it's your color, whether it's your hair, whether it's your service, your product, the way in which you present it, whatever it is, you want people to be talking about you. You want them to have something to say so they could turn around and be like, yep, I remember her. I remember him. They said X, Y, Z. They did A, B, and C. Okay? And yes, Rose, you want to be consistent about it, because consistency is key. You constantly want to give people something to talk about, and make sure that it's repetitive. Make sure that it's repetitive, so that this way, every time they see that hashtag I am a producer, every time they see that hashtag confidence producer, they know exactly who it is. They don't have to think. They don't have to second guess. They know, guess what? I'm talking to Rose, because Rose is the confidence producer. They know that they're talking to the prayer producer. So anytime they see hashtag prayer producer, they know they're talking about Minister Belkis. It's got to be Minister Belkis in the house, because who else is the prayer producer? Because you've owned it. You have owned it. In order to gain brand visibility, it is to make some virtual noise. Yes, you have to make some virtual noise. We need to let people know what is going on. We need to let them know that you are here. Let them know the product that you have. I say it all the time. Do not continue to be a secret. Don't continue to have the secret sauce. Let everybody know this is the sauce. You don't have to tell them the ingredients, but you got to let them know that the sauce is available. You got to let them know that the sauce is available. Stop being shy with your brand. Stop thinking that people won't buy it. Stop thinking that people won't appreciate what you have or the way in which you produce it. It may not be for everybody, but I promise you it's for somebody. I promise you it will be for somebody. So you just have to be bold, stay true to it. Know that if God put it in you, that there was a reason for that. If he put it in you, there was a reason for it. And the reason for it is because somebody needs to hear it. Somebody needs to see it. Somebody needs to smell it. Somebody needs to understand it. Somebody needs to feel it. Whatever it is, okay? There's somebody out there that is going to benefit from it. And that's why he gave it to you. He didn't give it to you so it could sit on the shelf. Okay? So if you got that book inside of you, you need to start writing it, because guess what? Somebody needs to hear it. Somebody needs to hear it. And there's nothing wrong with saying, I had a jacked up life. That's part of you. That's part of being who you are. There's nothing wrong with saying, I went through some struggles. There's nothing wrong with telling the world that I had a hard life. That this thing wasn't easy, because guess what? Many of us had a hard life. Everybody has a story. Don't be afraid to share it. Don't be afraid to share it. Okay? Thank you guys so much for joining. Again, thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love. If you guys want to hear more, for those of you who are going to be watching the replay, good afternoon. For those of you who want to join in from outside of the I Am a Producer community, if you want to come on inside, it's bit.ly/I am a producer, bit.ly/I am a producer. For those of you who are interested in finding out a little bit more about Terrell Ebony and all that I do, feel free to go onto my website. It's www.terrellebony.com, www.terrellebony.com. Okay, so this is Lunchtime Chatter, guys. Today, our topic is there's nothing wrong with being you. So my 3 tips, I'm going to just go over them real quickly. My 3 tips. Thank you so much, LaTanya. I appreciate you. Yes, you are a producer. Rock your book. Yes. For those of you who don't know, Miss LaTanya, if you have a book on your spirit and you need to get it out there and you need to make some virtual noise about it, it's been sitting on its shelf, Miss LaTanya is the person that you want to go to because she will help you to rock your book. Okay? And that's exactly what we need. We need to get out there. We need to tell our story. We need to be authentic about it. We need to let people know who we are, why we are, whose we are. Okay? Let them know because you are here to stay. You have something to say. You are here to stay. Okay? The second thing was continue to reinvent yourself. Make sure that you're thinking outside the box. Don't be a copycat. Be your own designer's original. Don't be a copycat. You can take what other people tell you and put your own spin on it. Think outside the box. What else can I add to this? Or what can I take away from it and make it and put that different spin on it that's going to make people be like, oh yeah. Okay? Because guess what? I can have an idea and I can tell you that idea. Somebody else can have the same idea, but you might receive it differently. You might receive it differently. There's so many coaches. There's so many coaches nowadays, right? Everybody is a coach, but everybody doesn't receive the same way. So I may be a life and business strategist, and I might tell it to you a certain way, but then you have other people, another business strategist that might tell you a different way. So you may not want to come to me. You may feel like in your spirit to go to somebody else or vice versa. You may say, well, you know what? I've been hearing, XYZ person speak for the longest while and they've been giving business strategists, but there's something the way Terrell tells it. There's something about her unapologetic truth. There's something about the way she delivers it that makes me want to connect with her. That makes me want to say, you know what? I want to do business with her because I can connect with her more. There's some synergy there. There's some, spirit recognized spirit kind of thing going on. There's something about it. So you make sure that you are being authentic and being true to yourself and you think outside the box and you will be fine. You will be fine. You'll be fine. And then you want to give them something to talk about. Okay, then you want to give them something to talk about. Rose says she gonna cut you. I'm not that bad. I am the unapologetic truth teller, but I'm not that bad. I ain't gonna cut you. I'm gonna tell it to you. I'm gonna tell it to you like it is, though. I will tell it like it is because we need that. I believe in we have to be honest. I'm very honest with my clients. I'm very direct with you because I feel like we don't have time to waste. I feel like we've wasted so many years thinking of reasons why we shouldn't do this business, thinking of reasons why we can't do certain things. So now when you actually put yourself in a position to say, I can, I'm going to help you get there. So we don't got no time to be double talking and running around and, beating around the bush. We got to give it to you and we got to give it to you live and direct. And that's who I am. So if you want somebody that's not going to sugarcoat it for you, if you want somebody who's going to give it to you live and direct and be unapologetic about it, okay, then I am the person that you want to work with. www.terrellebony.com. So that is where we're at today for Lunchtime Chatter. Our time is up. Thank you guys so much. I so appreciate you. Again, share this out. I will speak to you guys tomorrow, 12:30, Lunchtime Chatter here with Terrell Ebony. Take care. Remember, I am a producer. # I am a producer. Take care.